We champion consumers in today's complex medical industry. Step one to smarter choices is listening to this radio forum. This is the Dr. Shoup Show. Now, here's your friendly Uncle Randy.
I am your host, Dr. Randy Shoup. I am freshly back from the Masai Mara in south central Kenya, where I spent 2 weeks doing dentistry for the Masai tribes people there. Absolutely spectacular human beings, amazing people. And I told you I would promise to tell you, how do you extract an elephant molar? And here's the story. While I was in dental school, there was one of the instructors who was just about a year or two ahead of us in school. He had just graduated, went back and was a grad student. He had a real interest in veterinary dentistry, and he became the dentist for the zoo. And because of that, he got to do all kinds of cool stuff. For example, they had a tiger that snapped off one of the great big canine teeth in a fence. Got bit into a fence and snapped off the tooth, and the tooth was going to have to be extracted. Instead of taking the tooth out, he fabricated these extra long root canal tools. He did a root canal. Are you ready for this? This is way cool. He did a root canal on a tiger and made a new canine tooth for the tiger. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I saw him do that on 2 police dogs. Police dogs are not allowed to be police dogs unless they have all 4 of their canine teeth intact. This police dog came in, and he apparently had snapped one of them off in somebody's behind, I guess. And so the canine dog was going to have to be retired. He couldn't work. So the doc that I'm talking about did a root canal on this dog's canine tooth, and then he built the part of the tooth that snapped off. He built that out of gold, and he shined that tooth up so that it was absolutely glowing in the dark. And this canine police dog, had a gold canine tooth on one side. I'm telling you, this was the baddest looking dog you will ever see, ever. He's still around someplace, I'm sure. But this dog was phenomenal. He was just the coolest thing. But he got called over to remove a molar from an elephant that had gotten infected. He took hammers and chisels and crowbars and could not touch this tooth at all, would not budge. They finally, while the elephant was still anesthetized, sent an emergency run out to a tool rental place and rented one of those small handheld jackhammers, and it took a small handheld jackhammer and crowbars to remove a molar from an elephant tooth. There was a place right next to our clinic that it was kind of a museum, a nature museum, and it had a complete elephant skull. And an elephant molar is about the size of your old-fashioned metallic paint can, 1 gallon paint can. That's about the size of a molar, and they want to stay there.
You're listening to the Dr. Shoup Show. Exclusive insider info, audio, and video is online now at ddsradio.com.